I need you to stop what you're doing right now and listen to me. I have a very important message. Frank, I'm talking to you. Bob.
Oh, Frank, listen up.
Tilly. Are people named Tilly anymore?
No, that was from the 90s.
Sharon?
3 people.
All yous out there. Number 1, thank you for checking out the podcast. Number 2, if you want to help support this show, keep the show running. We're just independent over here. We're just 3 dudes and an owl and a judge. We're trying to make you laugh on Monday mornings. Head over to spitballerspod.com. Learn how you can support this show and get a bunch of cool perks like access to the Spit Tank where we prioritize questions for this show, get access to the show early. Just head over to spitballerspod.com.
What happens when 3 buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
No, that got me hyped. I'm up for this show now, Mike.
Good volume, sustained hype. That's episode 99 material, Mike. Nice job.
Oof. We did it. We did it, everybody. Thank
we got
you.
to 99. Yeah, good point.
Both 99 and finally landed a scat. It's been a while.
Yeah. You have been a little up and down, which is
I'm a little like eclectic. Like jazz music is not for everybody. I can't always go pop. Like this week, I went with pop music. It's fine.
It's good to know you're not perfect because before the scats, before these last 99 episodes, I thought you were.
I like
Would
to
you rather
let
on
people
the show
think
today?
that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't be just way better than your friends or they don't want to be your friends anymore.
Yeah, you have to kind of take a dive every once in a while.
You know what I mean.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate
Jason.
that. And we're still friends.
Welcome in at Spitballers Pod on Twitter. Appreciate all the spitwads over on our Patreon supporting the show. Get the episode early. We've got some of your questions on today's episode. We have Would You Rather. We have That's a Great Question and I guess it was a contested draft idea. Al Borland had a strange aversion to this one.
I love it.
Do you want to speak to that for a minute, Al? Are you in a mood in which you want to emerge onto the microphone?
I don't mind being on the mic, but no, we'll let that sleeping dog lie.
We'll wait till the draft starts.
So we do have a draft that I think will be enjoyable today. You can follow Mike on Twitter, Instagram at FFHitman. Jason's at JasonFFL. I'm at Andy Holloway. And we want to welcome everybody in. If you're just joining us, welcome to episode 99 of
There's
the Spitballers
98 other
podcast.
episodes for you to listen to.
It is more exciting to discover us later because you have the backlog of pure comedic genius.
Oh, man.
Archived, right?
Gold.
Just golden. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little jacked up for this draft. I've been prepping for hours now at this point. I think it's going to be a 99th worthy show.
Okay, let's get started.
Would you rather?
All right, Justice from the website. Not Liberty, not Truth, but Justice from the website writes in, would you rather have to do a draft of your family members while they are in the room explaining each pick? Oh, that's fun. Or never be able to draft again? So any kind of draft ever again. So this is like what? Fantasy football?
So we can't do the drafts for this show. Fantasy football, which is our true passion. We wouldn't be able to do drafts for that, I guess.
That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem.
What family are we talking about? Like,
well, what if you compared drafting all your family, extended family, or you had to draft everybody at the studio, so the employees and your co-owners, you'd go that direction?
That would be easy because the problem here is children. Like, I wanted to make the joke that I would love to have a family draft with them all present. You know what I mean? Let them know
establish dominance.
Exactly. Yeah. Know where they lie. But the reality is you're going to get you just can't draft everybody at the same time. So you're going to get a kid that goes last.
See, I actually think the kids is fine because you get to explain each pick. It says it in this question. You must explain the picks, and that one's easy. It's like, hey, kids, guess what? You came into the world in a certain order.
That's
you get
how I would
drafted
go.
in a certain order.
That's how I would
Oldest
go.
to youngest.
Nice.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Now-
that one's easy. It's
Now,
the
what
other.
but what if I really want one of them and they're not the oldest? I mean, at that point,
Okay,
you got to follow your heart.
You want to go that direction too? I'm like.
So
what's
you'd go more of the
concerning-
"I love you more" route
Well,
of
right.
selection.
I mean, you've got to, the whole we love all of our kids the same,
Now,
You
what
got
I want you
favorites?
guys to know is that's not actually true. I love you more, and I love you the second most.
What do you do about mom and dad?
That's in order of who would be most offended.
Right? Is that what this draft would become?
That's the whole draft. It's
I
like,
feel like the whole draft is just who will be.
Whose feelings do I have to protect?
in
yeah.
other words, Jason would be at the bottom of our work draft just because I know he wouldn't give a care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He'd
true.
be like, yeah, whatever. That makes sense. Cool. Let's play some foosball.
Yeah, I would play foosball so that I could dominate you and pay you
That's
back.
why you'd be my last pick. But I guess I will choose to rate my family members via draft because they'll get over it, but my livelihood won't get over not being able to draft fantasy football players.
I mean, and you have siblings, so you have to deal with that. I just have the one sister, so I don't have to worry about
Oh, yeah.
who I offend with that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, but I mean, where does do the parents come first, or does she come first?
No,
I
the
mean,
parents
you
go
still have
first,
to
right?
deal with just because you have one. I've got one sister, but is she near the top, near the bottom? I mean,
What
those
if
things
you-
are going to hurt feelings.
Or what if, Mike, you are drafting on behalf of your family and you're drafting the extended family, and then you've got to decide your parents or your wife's parents? Then you've got yourself a little predicament.
Drafting as the proxy for your family. As
Our
the-
family chooses these people.
Oh man, brutal.
That's the real. That one would be tough.
You know what I would
select
do?
doing that, Mike? Or
Look, you gotta do
or
what you
giving
gotta
up-
do.
Okay, all right.
I would trade all of my picks for like the 101 and draft whoever I think is my favorite person, and then sorry guys, I would have drafted you, but all my picks are gone.
But you're not the favorites.
No, I mean exactly. You're not the favorite. I'd draft my wife. I'd draft my wife and say, look, till death do us part. She's got to be my 101, and then everybody else you got to understand because you're not my wife.
All right, Luke from Twitter, would you rather drop a two-ski in a porta potty with Charmin Ultra Soft or in a nice hotel bathroom with the cheapest toilet paper money can buy? This is actually a very difficult question for me.
It is. Yes, I see it being difficult for you. It's not difficult for me
This is-
in the slightest.
This is philosophy. Was this who sent this in? Aristotle?
Is it how you start or how you finish?
Well, isn't it more about like the reason it's a tough decision for me is because if you're in a porta potty and you're dropping a two-ski, as Al Borland has written in here, I guess Luke has written in.
It's not the destination; it's the journey. That's
You're there
my
a while,
philosophy here.
and porta potties smell bad. There are flies in there.
They're
It's-
hot.
So
They
wait, you're
are so-
going hotel bathroom with cheap toilet paper.
Look,
Now, hasn't your booty and Jason's booty become so used to the bidet life that you may bleed out?
It's true, but I will say that my precious can handle a little one-off.
Did you just name it your precious?
Isn't
Oh
that good?
my goodness.
Okay, hold on. Let me condition
One
this so
ring
it's
to rule
harder
them all.
to decide.
Yeah,
One wipe to rule them all.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it.
So let me make it harder for you. Or Jason, do you want to contribute your thoughts first?
There was one thought I had as Mike mentioned what I think is the worst part of a porta potty. It makes it
A porta potty.
a porta potty. I feel like this is the root of all of the evils of the porta potty is
Yes.
how hot it is. And so it's stagnant and hot.
It
but I
is.
wondered
It's
to myself,
stagnant.
we're in Arizona, right? So this is a nightmare.
You
This
could
is
die
just-
in there.
But like if you're in Minnesota, are porta potties just better? Are they like, oh yeah, let's go use the? Is there
Well,
a
yes.
section
Oh,
of
yes,
the
they're
world
way
where
better.
porta
Hold on.
potties are fine?
Yes,
Well,
if
no,
you
hold on.
warm, if
Dead
you
of
warm
winter?
up, yeah,
No, man.
not dead of winter,
Not
but just
dead
like
of winter. It's
a
terrible.
nice day is better than a warm day. A warm day of warming
Yes.
up everything in a porta potty is not good.
I feel like I'd much rather be freezing in a porta potty than sitting in the heat of everyone's nasty.
Yes, Mike, I'm going to make this easy, harder for you.
Okay.
You said you would happily take
Yes.
the bad toilet paper, but no, never mind. Never
It's-
mind. We'll leave it. We'll let it be because
It's all about the heat, man, because it's like a hot turd or a cold turd.
yeah.
like,
But what if you got a
one
real
smells
bad
worse.
wipe situation? You got a half hours of wipes ahead of you.
You had Chipotle last night.
Yeah, I'm not talking about little one. Look, everybody can live with the cheapest one ply for a wipe or two, but what happens if you have to commit to a solid hour of runbacks?
But here's the thing about one ply is as soon as I put two of them together, they're now two ply.
No, I've brought this up before. That's such a lie. Because
It's-
one ply is as close to printer paper as possible texture-wise. So
It
yeah, you
is.
can have it
It's
thicker,
not as soft, I agree.
but
They have
it's
to print
still
it that
gonna
way
be-
because it's one ply.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to get like a 90-pound card stock that you're going to be using once
It's
you put
actually
these things
Hallmark.
together.
Hallmark makes it. Yeah.
I'm going to still take the hotel though because we live in Arizona and sitting in the heat of not
How-
my own dookie.
How
Is-
short does the porta potty trip have to be? If I told you it's a 2-minute porta potty,
There's
Yeah.
no such thing, my man.
Okay.
Ain't no such
All right.
thing. It's a
All
10-minute
Well-
minimum.
I'm already here.
This is me time. I don't want my me time in that box.
it's a 10-minute minimum. Okay, so you're taking your me time regardless of the fact that you're in a porta
Oh,
potty.
and
You're
here's
like,
the thing.
no, I'm
When-
going through my email
When
no
I'm
matter
in the
what.
exactly when I'm in the hotel, that's an hour. I ain't never getting to it. It's gonna be dry. And just,
I was gonna say you won't need the one ply if you just let it
Exactly.
dry out. All right, gross. All right, Misty from Patreon. Would you rather have the ability to reverse time, stop time, or skip time?
Ooh.
Let's talk through the implications here.
Very
Reversing
interesting.
time,
Yes.
roll back something, roll back everything.
Yeah, that one stands out as the immediate. That would be the go-to because then you could fix whatever problem you just made. But you were right. We need to just talk through these things of stop time has applications of there's never enough time in the world to get all the things done that I want to do. Like Jason talks about his me time. It's like we're at home right now trying to take care of the kids. Like I want to throw on the Final Fantasy VII for like 10 straight hours. That's an impossibility. I can't do that.
Pause. You pause time.
What was that TV
Out
show?
of this world.
Out of this world, yes!
Where she put her fingers
Yes!
together and bam, everybody froze. Time stopped. You could do whatever you want.
That was so cool.
That, show
was so cool.
So that's the middle question here. The pause time is out of this world.
The pause time was always one of those things where it's like if you saw something coming, it's great. If you don't see it coming, it does you no good, right? You're not going to magically
that's
pause
an
time before
avoiding.
you get T-boned in an accident or something like that.
You could. I mean,
Not if you didn't see it
obviously
coming.
Not, yes. Not if you're rear-ended without looking.
I would
in
say
your-
if you don't see it coming, reversing time also will not help you because you're already like if you're in an
You're
accident,
dead.
you're
You're already
already
dead.
in the accident. It's just it's the application of fixing a problem, giving yourself more time, or skipping time like traffic, travel, all these
So you
things.
could
that-
argue- you could argue that pausing time is better than reversing time from a practical standpoint, minus the gambling, in the sense that
oh yeah,
you
oh, man.
instead of having to undo things that happened, you can stop things from happening. You know what I mean? You see something bad going on, you pause time, you take care of it, and
Well, I
then
was
you
thinking about
unpause.
that. Yeah, I was thinking about that with the epidemic. If I could stop time, I would need to stop it for like a couple researchers would need to be in there with me.
Absolutely, the way that
So
the
that they
rules
could
work.
knock it
out of this
all
world
out.
Out of
rules.
this world, all you got to do
Oh,
is
you
touch
can bring
someone on the-
anybody
you
in?
just- Absolutely, you tag them in, and then they're in that.
How many
pause timer.
researchers do I need to like knock out the like
Well, that
corona,
once
corona
you get
cure?
once you get the first one, they'll let you know who they need, and then you just tap them in.
Oh, tap.
And it's also my understanding that you do not age while time is paused.
Oh, you don't?
No. So
Of
if you want
course
to
not.
have 10 years to yourself,
That's a
and then get
really
back at
tough
it,
question.
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
how many? If you get to extend your life, oh, that's trippy.
Going forward in
how
time-
long would you go?
I would over the course of my super long.
Do you want to live
60-year
alone for
life.
200 years?
No, not alone. It doesn't have to be alone.
Yeah, oh, that's true. It doesn't.
But how do you
You
interact
can just
with the world around
unpause
you?
the people you like.
You're just
Go
sitting
do
there.
whatever. You want to go to the beach with no one on it, or at least
But are the waves moving?
No.
no.
You can't tag in the beach.
No, that's a problem.
You can't tag in the beach. One of the biggest challenges here.
Going forward in time is stupid. The only thing that lets you see is what the future looks like. But at that
No,
point,
people could
your
skip their
friends and
workday every
families are
day.
Dead.
No, you can. People will see practicality from that. You start.
Yeah,
you
like I
start
said-
your workday. You end your workday. It's over.
Yeah, shortening your life.
That's true, but like a 16-hour flight? Like, I don't want to do that, but lickety split, it's over.
You know
Yeah,
how many
that's
times
true.
I've taken a 16-hour flight in my life, Mike?
How many
Once.
more would you take, though?
Yeah.
No more.
2?
It's not the hours that gets in the way of me deciding to take this vacation. It's
If
the
I could-
time. So if I could pause time,
Yeah, I'm gonna go pause time because if I could do this every time my kids are yelling at each other
Oh.
and just get a little break ski.
I mean, there's a reason it's called Out of This World, man. Because it's outstanding. It is out of this world.
Wasn't
I'm
her
going out of this
alien-
world.
Her alien dad was like in a box, or
In
she
a
could
little
talk to him.
cube, yeah, and it opened up. Yes, that's. I've got to look. We've got
That's
a
another
show
quality
hole that
show.
we're in
Let's
right now. I
pause
gotta
time and go
find-
watch a few episodes.
Absolutely.
All right,
If
Mike, are you
want
going with
to,
stop time too?
do-do-do-do. Oh my gosh, I remember the song.
Is that the song?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, if you want to swing on a star.
Swing
or
on a
something.
star? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, the stuff that is in the recess of our mind.
I'm gonna guess Al Borland has not seen this show.
Oh, I used to love that show.
I was going to
Oh,
say
really?
it's a long time ago. Of course,
What?
he saw it.
Wow, I'm impressed.
As practical as it is, you mentioned the gambling part of reversing time, and it all comes
Oh.
back to the money.
Who won the Super Bowl? Let's
Obviously,
go
if
back
you
and
reverse
bet big.
time, you are aware of everything that happened, right?
Yes.
you're not reversing your
in my
own-
reverse time. Yeah. Otherwise, you
Otherwise,
wouldn't
you're
know
not
that
reversing time.
You wouldn't know that you reverse time, and
Right.
then you're just stuck in a loop.
We need
Maybe
to leave
we
this
already
conversation.
reversed time, and
Have
we
we
don't
done this?
remember it now.
Oh, we did, yeah. All right,
98
David,
other times.
David from Patreon, would you rather split your pants every time you bent over to pick up anything below the waist,
Been there.
or would you rather loudly fart every time you do that? Split
Wait.
your pants or loudly
Well,
fart?
But how can you split your pants every time?
Just
Al?
you've been down 4 or 5 times. They're gone. You don't even have pants at that point. They are disappeared.
Split your pants feels like the same equivalent of like a banana peel joke in a cartoon. Like nobody really does this. Like it's always the joke on a movie.
Jason's face says that it has definitely happened.
I
You've
have
split
most
your pants?
definitely split pants, and I would say 5 times.
A week?
Wait.
Not 5 times a week. No, 5 times in my life.
This is more than twice?
Where do they
Yes.
split? I'm curious. Genuinely research
is it really?
here.
Is it a perfect butt?
Yeah, is
butt
it a
crack
cheek?
split?
Have you had a
It is-
cheek split?
It is usually a cheek splitter.
It's
It is-
real?
Oh, it's totally real, my man. When
I
you
thought
got
this was a joke.
Saquon thighs like I have,
Uh-huh.
and you go down, and you go down low, you can split the butt right out of them pants. And here's the problem.
So just to be clear, it's all about your super strong thighs.
100%. No,
Got
nobody
it.
could split pants without the musculature that I have around my buttocks.
Musculature.
But here's the problem with David from Patreon's question. They have not split their pants, and here's how I know this: because when you split your pants, it is pretty much as loud as a fart. Okay, so this is either way you are telling everyone around you, there's a problem over here. Everyone come look.
So you either farted, or they think you farted, and you have a hole in your pants.
Yes.
So you always go the fart route then.
You got to go the fart route.
But see, that's the better situation is they think you farted. When they find out that you split your pants, that's worse.
But
than
you
fart.
did fart. They didn't think you farted. You did fart. If
No,
you go
I'm
that
saying
way.
if you split your pants and they think,
Oh,
oh,
right.
you farted, but you also have a hole in your pants. No, when they go, did you just split your pants? That's embarrassing.
So you said 5 times. I'm curious the material split on each of those
Almost
5 times.
always khaki.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Because I
like
used
there's
to wear
no
a lot
way
of
you
khaki
busted
shorts.
you don't
denim.
have the musculature to destroy denim.
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
That's why we work out. I
Doing
want to
some
split
squats.
all my material pants.
I don't think it's possible to split jeans with just size.
I would think if you wore that denim down a little bit, you might be able to get there.
You got to make a pre-cut. You got to get it started.
We could do that. We can arrange that. All right. Any other thoughts there? Or are we moving on?
Moving on.
That's a great question.
All right, Noel from Patreon. What collection did you have as a child that would have been worth some sweet cash today had your parents not thrown it away? See, I feel like we grew up in the 90s, and that was the time when everybody was hip to collecting.
Yes.
Because the parents' generation had all these things that if you had hung on to them, whatever it would be, the Star Wars figurines or the baseball cards or whatever, there were the people selling that stuff on eBay in the 90s. But then everybody in the 90s just collected everything they already have, so it's like diluted the rarity. Did you have... I mean, I had Pokemon cards that I think would have been worth money that my parents got rid of.
Are Pokemon cards worth big money?
The original stuff, I think, is worth some money.
It's not like baseball, but like baseball cards or sports cards. You get a.
I had a bunch of Picasso paintings that I threw out.
Oh, that would have been a good collection to keep.
My parents threw them out.
Really
I had
surprised that your parents did not want to hold on to those.
Are sports cards really actually worth money? Anything besides, like, I'm saying, like the actual classics of like the Babe Ruth era?
Not really. I mean, there's a handful of ones like a Jordan or Griffey rookie that are worth money, but not.
I feel
a
like
lot.
I saw a Jordan card just sell for like $12,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
which,
some of that stuff's worth money.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to sell a basketball card for $12,000, but that's not like if you had held on to that.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love $12,000.
I'm saying I'm not set for life here. Did you? What other collections did you guys have?
Did you have any Beanie Babies, Jason?
I did not have any Beanie Babies, unfortunately, because
I would have guessed.
Those did well for a while. No, for me,
I can't believe people were selling those.
It would have been a Magic the Gathering card collection. I had a massive, massive collection. I had some rare cards in there, and I know they sold well.
Did they go into the garbage?
Did your parents throw them away?
Parents did not throw them away. Here's my recollection. I went to college. I brought my binders and my boxes of cards or whatever. And
college is where you really want to be there.
You brought your cards to school?
Well, I moved to a different city and I brought all of my things. So yes.
Wait, but I'm saying you moved away, but did your family stay put?
Yeah, I went to live.
So you brought your Magic cards to school.
Yeah.
Well, I brought them
you
to
took
where
them
I
out
lived.
of the attic to make sure you had them with you.
I lived off of the school. I did not live on campus.
But you brought them with you to school.
I brought all the things I owned to where I lived.
You brought your Magic cards to college.
I never once brought my cards to the campus.
That's not what I'm not accusing you of that.
Yeah, you did go off to you went to live.
I mean,
you didn't move in permanently. You were going off for school, right?
Well, I never, ever moved back home. So yeah, that was me leaving forever. I never came home. Everything that I ever had went with me.
You never went home, not a single time, to collect something to bring to your new.
No, he had
money.
all he needed.
Money.
He had the Magic cards. He had everything.
Got some cash. No, but here's what happened to them. I went there. They went in a closet. I never once from college on ever played still to this day have ever played a single game of Magic. So it was like a high school thing. I don't have a clue. I remember
that sucks.
Years and years and years and years and years later, probably another apartment or two later, thinking to myself, man, I might get back into this. I wonder where my cards are, and I couldn't find them ever. So
that stinks.
Yeah,
did you collect stuff, Mike? Did you have stuff that you collected as a kid?
I mean, I was all in on the Pogs craze.
For that was the nicest 2 weeks of your life there?
You get a good one. That thing could go for $3, man.
Yeah, those had no value. I mean, my video game collection is actually still pretty strong. I wish I had never sold anything, because back look, kids, the theory of GameStop ripping you off for all of your games, that's not new. That's been around for a long time.
That business model has always worked on children who need a few bucks.
When you are a kid, when you are an 8-year-old kid and you want the new game, and it's, I could go sell the 10 that I own to get one new one. And unfortunately, I did that because I wish I had more of my classic Nintendo cartridges.
That's the way it was with CDs too. The CD trade-in. As a kid, I had, yeah, we'll give you $17 for those 38 CDs. Okay, I get my new album. All right, Glenn from the website. Ready? Here's his great question. Jason, you were going to say something.
I was going to say, I'm really surprised that you didn't have a collection. You strike me as someone who younger would have had a really solid
he had cards
card
and stuff.
collection.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I still have them. I still have tons of old basketball cards and
Have you
stuff like
checked
that.
their worth?
I have not. I have not checked their worth.
Time to.
I think every time I've moved and brought them with me, I've looked at a few of them in there and gone, wow, that's worth $1, and then put them back in the closet.
And you're looking at your best ones, right? You're
I'm
like,
looking
"Ooh,
at
I
my
wonder what
best
this
ones.
one's
Yeah.
worth."
Well, you know what the funky thing is now is if you get a good card, you don't have a good card. You got to go send it off to some place that grades it and puts it in plastic. And then if it's not graded well as like perfect corners, then you can't sell it anyway. So I used to love collecting cards as a kid, go to card auctions, but kind of grew out of it. And my kids never got into it.
There was a time I had basketball cards, and I do remember looking up in the magazine the values of like the range.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Beckett
doing that.
magazine.
Beckett, yes.
And you'd look at the highest end range for a card that you think you have that you probably don't. I had tens of thousands of dollars worth of cards when I had it up. I was like, I'm gonna be rich.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, Glenn from the website, there's a worldwide population, he's letting us know, of 7.5 billion humans. There are about 1 quadrillion ants. So if there was a global ant rebellion, he wants to know how we would do our share, do our part, because we'd each have to kill 133,333 ants.
There ain't no chance, man.
I established my value to the ants, to my new overlords.
You start taking out humans? Yes.
He just submits to them. He
You're
bows.
darn right I do. If the
I am
ants want to take
yours.
over, it's done, man.
It is done. There ain't,
It's over.
You know, it was zombies. It's like get to high ground. Go. You know,
Right.
Can they climb that tree? I doubt it. The ants can climb anything they want. You're going to need to go to outer space.
Are they
going
going to form humanoid shapes with
Have
their
you
masses?
seen the ant? Have you seen the ant bridges that they form?
They're terrifying.
Terrifying.
If
So you
ants
can't
rose up
kill
against us,
133,000 ants.
we're
No.
gone. No chance.
Neither of you. What would your
we're not
best
just-
attempt be? Let's say
Fire?
you knew they were on.
Yeah, you gotta go
fire
flame-
seems like the right
flamethrower.
solution, but I don't know. I'll probably mess that up and set myself on fire.
That the number one hazard of flamethrower.
Is there something like
can
that
ants
they
get
can't
through honey? I mean, if I
Ooh,
surround myself with honey, can
delicious.
any ants get to me at all?
Yeah,
That's a
they'll-
great
they
question.
will sacrifice themselves to build a
Oh,
bridge
they
over the
will.
honey.
Oh, they will bridge over that honey. Because I was thinking the
I'll
same
cover
thing.
my
Like,
body in honey.
is there a substance? Is there like salt that for some reason they just can't walk
What,
through
like a
salt? Or,
like a slug?
yeah, like it's gonna burn. Obviously there are ant repellents, right? I mean, we have the technology here in the human race,
But
to
we don't
make-
have the worst ones, man. Have you seen the siafu? Like
That
these
sounds
ant-
made up.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
not seen the siafu.
Okay, well, if you want to not sleep tonight, you should go watch some of that stuff. Like,
Did you just Google ants? Did you?
No,
or
I
you
remember
knew the siafu. You
I-
already knew
yes,
that.
I already knew of them, and because
They
I've
don't
watched,
look nice.
I've watched several documentaries about it. Like these are ants in Africa that will eat. Like they have to figure out how to live with these ants around them because like these ants will kill your baby. Like that's how insane these ants are and how large and how well they work together. They are terrifying. They were if you well, I guess we've tried to pretend this movie doesn't exist, but they were Hollywoodized for the new Indiana Jones movie where like the people end up getting eaten by ants, which is I mean they take it out of control for the movie, but legit these ants are insane with the animals that they kill to eat.
Yeah, that doesn't seem good. I mean, it seems like a bad thing. Somehow I spelled it in a way that was compatible to find all of
I
them
did
on
too.
Google.
I was so happy with myself.
So
First try.
well pronounced, Mike. But yeah, the ants would be a problem. Have you ever had an ant infestation in your house? We had one at our old place, and it was like we're searching for things to create barriers. And we just ended up with like a room of our house just covered in cinnamon. I mean, cinnamon was everywhere.
I had a thing of Easter candy one year. I believe they were like giant Rice Krispie marshmallow treats, and like I didn't want to eat them, so I put them in on the floor in my closet, like behind tubs, so that no one would come steal my candy. Things you think of when you're a little kid. And I forgot about them until I didn't, and
They were covered in ants.
the ants found them. That was for sure, and that was
Should
a
have brought them
very
to school with you.
very unpleasant discovery to find thousands of ants just in your closet.
Oh yeah, we had when we lived out at our Scottsdale house, and we had a really large yard. We had some ants in certain corners of it. You'd find mounds, and then somehow, some way, they got into our master bathroom. And one day we're like, wait, there's like a lot. Where are they
Trying to
coming
get the
from?
water,
Where are
maybe?
they go? I have no idea. We had an under the slab water leak, and I don't know if
That's
created
where he kept his marshmallows.
a crack or something.
Related things.
But there
Under
was
the concrete.
His master bathroom.
there was a moment in
my
my
tub
life
treats.
where I was scared while in the shower because I am a very frightenable man, and my wife loves to scare me. Where this was just perfectly timed up in my life, where we had ants on the floor of that bathroom, where I slipped, fell, grabbed the shower curtain, took it off the wall. It fell on me while I fell on the ants. And here I am, naked, wrapped in my shower curtain, hurting,
Covered in ants?
covered in ants. That happened.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been the end. That's when you surrender.
yes, this is
Establish
when I bowed
yours
down.
to the ant overlords.
That's
Yeah.
right. You bow down to the ants. When you're wrapped up in a shower curtain covered in ants, butt naked. Yeah. Okay. Al, do you have any strategies? I mean, you are the handiest of men that we know. How
just
would,
has an
how
easy
would we
solution, I'll
potentially
bet.
survive? He's like,
Yeah, I got nothing, man. We had an ant infestation in our house, and I about burned the house down. So
all right. Lennon from Twitter. What are some of the least appropriate times to wink at somebody?
Oh, man.
I feel like that is when you're pulled over by the police officer. Like
Oh,
there
that's
is
a
no
good one.
way
Okay.
that if you keep repeating the wink to the cop,
Our producer Brooks has come in and said anytime. Apparently Brooks is very anti-winking.
he's
which
he's wink averse. He's a wink averse producer.
I don't blame you. I've seen a lot. Andy's winking now. I've seen a lot of winks, as we all have, and I would say the wink lands at probably a 3% rate at the best, where you're like, oh, that was a good one, good wink.
It always
But
lands at
97% of the time, it's
97% romantic.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are very charismatic and you do something really charming and you give like a happy wink,
That's
can land.
creepy.
No, but not for everybody. But I'm saying those are the only ones that do land. When you wink, like to use it as a just kidding or like a follow
Now,
what like that.
Do you always give the? Do you always throw that in there, or do you just do the wink? Or
Does that
is
make
just
it
like
better
does that make
or
it
worse?
worse?
I think that makes it worse for sure.
I think that makes you the worst person that this earth has ever seen.
Yeah. How
You
about
put
on
the finger guns? You go finger guns. wink.
if you're going to
Finger
do
guns.
the sound, the finger guns have to be out. But I would
Wink,
say on the
finger
on
guns
the,
and click.
and then end it or begin it with a cat call. Obvious.
oh yeah, for sure.
just the worst person ever.
Oh
no.
man. I feel like winks are out of style. I think they were more in style about 20 years ago. You could
Was
get away
there a
with
time
the
period
hit
where
rate.
winks were in?
The
Yes.
wink land rate wasn't 3%. It was like, you could do something nice for somebody and wink at them, and you weren't the creep of all creeps.
I'm telling you, there was a time. It was probably the '80s, probably, where winks were in, and they were.
I understand that
accepted
they
and
were
hot.
in, but I don't think they were ever good.
you ever
Like,
do the double wink?
It's called
the blink? Or like alternate? But
It's
no,
less creepy if you do the double wink.
I feel like there needs to be a deep historical dive of winking because
Who invented the wink? Who called it the wink?
We need to get that time travel to go stop the wink from ever being invented.
Some.
So bad.
Who was the first person?
I just searched for who invented the wink, and it says a person, Frederick Spencer Chapman.
No, you can't credit
Wait.
someone.
No, listen. When Frederick
I
Spencer
closed
Chapman
one of my eyes.
was training Chinese guerrillas in Malaya to shoot rifles, he found that a large proportion of them were unable to close only one eye at a time.
Hold on, you skipped over. Oh. Okay,
I don't understand.
I definitely heard.
Hopefully, I'm
like,
not saying something horribly inappropriate here.
Well, here's what I heard. Like, not like as in like guerrilla fighters. I heard guerrilla animals. Like this guy was trying to teach gorillas how to shoot a rifle.
I
and how to wink.
I 100% thought that this
can't
was
wink.
gorilla. Until you said that, Mike,
And
I
then they
still was
can't
not
wink.
on the same schedule.
Never could train a gorilla to wink.
Or shoot a rifle.
That makes far more sense.
I didn't know there were Chinese gorillas either.
This is like a Dr. Evil's father inventing the question mark. It's not. No one gets credit.
What's great is the wink is this thing, we all know what it is, but reading its definition is very funny to me. A wink is a facial expression made by briefly closing one eye. It's an informal mode of nonverbal communication usually signaling shared hidden knowledge or intent. That is generally when you...
Gross.
That's when you use the wink. That's the solid wink usage is like you take something off of somebody's plate when they don't see it, then you wink at somebody else at the table to say, hey, we both know what's going on.
Also in definition of winking, never appropriate.
To answer the question, I'm going to say on the stand. That's where I don't want to wink.
There is a double wink.
When you're under oath?
Yeah, when I'm under oath, I do
That's
not
funny.
want to have a case of the winks. Where were you on the night of May 2nd, 1997? I was at home with my mother. I was at home with my mother. Wink.
Anytime you're around your mother-in-law,
Oh no.
no winks. No winks. Okay. Well, that's new. I didn't know that gorillas
Couldn't
I
wink.
can't
Couldn't
get the
wink.
image out of my head now.
Gorilla trying to wink and fire a
Chinese
rifle.
gorillas with rifles.
It can't use the sight because it
can't?
has no problem firing the gun.
Yeah,
It just
the
can't aim
winking.
very well.
There's your title to the episode, Chinese gorillas with rifles. All right, let's draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, we are drafting our favorite cartoon animals. All right. It was a pivot. We were going to draft movie animals, but then we couldn't think of very many that were from
Well, we could.
1920 and beyond.
Al Borland had a full list.
We had a hotly contested, is this fictional animals? Is this real animals that are,
I'm sorry,
live
Al.
action?
I shouldn't have brought this up. I
Oh,
really
no,
am
you
sorry.
definitely should have brought this up. But I mean,
He was
look,
taking it so
if
personally.
you are listening and you're upset we're not doing live action animals here, then Owl is your man.
I am
because
terrified.
He wanted it bad.
I'm terrified that I'm going to miss something big here. Because I
have
feel like there
such
are a
big
lot.
list.
I know,
No,
there are
there's
so many.
infinity.
So Mike has the first pick. We're drafting favorite cartoon animals.
So these are fictional cartoon animals. I
Yeah,
guess
no
there's-
real cartoons allowed, Jay. Be
That's
sure
fair.
to avoid any real cartoons. I feel like you started to realize that before
Oh,
I said anything.
100%. We're totally unnecessary.
But Mike, you have the first pick. I think this is interesting. I'm
It
curious
is
where you're going to
interesting.
go.
And now, what's tough about this is my first pick, which is my clear 101, because it's an animal.
Good.
Is this like a group pick, or do I just have to pick one and then just trust that you guys don't get to pick another
You
one?
are
I
a
know what you're
jerk.
going to
You're
say.
an
and
absolute jerk.
we'll figure it out. Go ahead.
Okay, well, it's the Ninja Turtles,
Dang it.
and
Dang it.
you thought it wasn't getting past me?
I didn't think you'd think of them as animals.
I
And I
didn't
thought
think
I
of
was-
them.
the
I didn't remember them
turtles?
at all.
No, I know, but you don't think like back of I know they're
I didn't
named
think
the
of it.
Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
I was
then
talking to my
Andy,
wife.
you are going to miss some.
I
know.
I was talking to my
Dang
wife
it.
beforehand, and she's like, "You're going to need my help on this," and I'm like, "Okay." So the first thing out of her mouth, she goes, "Well, Mike's going to get the Ninja Turtles," and I was like, "No, I think he'll
She's a
miss
smart
that
lady.
because I didn't think
It
of
is
that.
the best pick too.
It is 100% the best
Dang
pick. The
it.
draft is over. Al was right. We shouldn't have done cartoon. That is a world class pick because everything. I've got a
Yes.
list of a ton of other stuff here that's all stupid by comparison to the Ninja
I've got
Turtles.
stuff I love. All right, so I'll
No,
take
no,
you
no,
do
I-
have
I
to pick.
love-
You do have to pick one Ninja Turtle.
that was. Do I have to pick one? So I just like
now that I know we're gonna lose to you, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, well then I will take Michelangelo.
Ah, dang it, he got the right one.
Dang it, that is the best.
I know
thought-
who the popular
But
one is.
I was gonna say your favorite's Raphael. Take your favorite, man. All
no,
right.
drafting to win today.
Oh shoot, man.
All right, so Jason, you're up. Lucky.
My picks suck now. I was gonna come in hot at number 2 with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and make fools of all of you, and I was super excited. Oh dang! All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, these suck by comparison. All right, you know what? I'm gonna pivot here from my own thoughts because I didn't write this guy down until super late. But if you
Isn't it still your own thought though? If you wrote it down,
pivot from my original thoughts, is that better for you?
Yeah, sure.
From where I assumed I was going to go, because this is just I need a powerhouse that competes on a classic scale if I don't have the pop culture scale. So I'm going Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? I'm taking the king of Disney.
Okay.
He is a mouse. I'm taking Mickey Mouse. I'm going to go that route and get the timeless classic, the icon.
This is unbelievable. What a tilt pick.
pick I've ever made in my life. He was like last on my list.
He is on my list just because of the powerhouse that his name carries. But
Yeah.
when you break it down,
I just drafted Disney.
dude, Mickey Mouse sucks, man.
He's the worst. He does nothing.
His cartoons
He's this
are
friggin'
bad.
Steamboat Willie. Come on. Fantasia's the worst.
You're ripping your own pick.
It's a terrible pick. It's awful.
You just wanted to show up well on the draft.
I got
it does.
Ninja Turtled.
You got Ninja Turtle.
Oh,
No, I didn't
dang,
have
my
Ninja
wife was
Turtles on
right.
my list, so I don't feel like I'm on tilt. I just don't like anything on my list compared. I guess I have 2, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep, you back to back.
Stupid.
Man. And the one that I thought about taking is will get insulted so bad.
Good thing we didn't do the
Whoa.
battle royale here. Ninja Turtles. Mickey
right.
Mouse. He's got magic, right?
You know what the problem is Mike picked something that is simultaneously one of these and is cool. And
Yeah.
not many of these are cool
Right.
as well. So Mike is going to end up in great shape. I'm going to then draft one that I want him not to have, which is Goofy. I'm going to take
that's all dirt. That's a
dirty little one.
kick into the crotch,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I know my
That's
next.
a low blow.
I know
And
my
took it with
next
number
pick.
1 out of spite.
I know
All
my next
spite.
pick after you pick, Andy. It's not on my list, but I'm writing it down here just because I think it's a Mike Wright spike
Oh, let's
pick.
tear him
What is
down.
happening?
Yeah,
Tear
let's
him
go
down.
get him.
All right, so I've got a second pick here, and I'm going to go with Snoopy.
All
I
right.
figured
I'm going
you
to
would go
follow
with Snoopy.
Goofy with
The Vegas
Snoopy.
odds were very high that you would end up with
Just
Snoopy.
me that I would end up with Snoopy?
Yes, because
I'm
my
a
and I were
Snoopy
never
kinda
gonna
guy?
take him.
I'm not taking Snoopy.
It's just an old
but
classic.
Snoopy's
Yeah,
way better
I
than
like
Mickey
old
Mouse.
classics. Thank
Snoopy
you,
is
Mike.
not better than Mickey Mouse.
Snoopy
on
cartoons are
any
so much
planet.
better than Mickey Mouse
Snoopy
cartoons.
cartoons are every bit as dumb as Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Like
Oh
the
my
voice. It's terrible.
All right, I
All
have
right.
one that I'll be really
So-
disappointed that you don't take, if you don't take it, Jason.
Yeah, this is solely a Mike Wright spite pick. I'm writing
Mike
it
Wright
down. I'm
spite.
taking Darkwing Duck.
You are the worst.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, get bodied.
Yeah, give me that.
Oh.
He's a duck.
I totally thought I would walk out my first 2 picks of the Turtles and Darkwing Duck.
Thank
Oh, you
you,
would've
Andy.
just-
And I would have.
Andy
It would have been
planted-
strutting.
Andy planted that seed in my head.
Oh my goodness.
Destroy
Yes.
Mike. Yeah.
Just
okay.
destroy Mike.
There are so many cartoon animals, by the
This
way.
is-
so
yeah,
many.
there are. So pick your own.
I'm tempted to go 5 rounds, but
We're gonna need to go like 10 rounds to kind of weaken the.
weaken
Maybe
the
Ninja
power
Turtles
of
will
the
get
Ninja
lost
Turtles.
in the list.
We
All
should have
right.
taken the other Ninja Turtles quickly.
Seriously,
after we talked him into one.
Yes.
That would have been so much better. Dang it. All right, Mike, you're back on the clock, and you got 2 picks that aren't Darkwing Duck and Goofy.
Dang it, man. Like those.
This is just
Yeah, now you're experiencing what I was experiencing.
Darkwing Duck was locked in. Like, I figured I could get goofy with my last pick because he's not everyone's
Wrong.
favorite.
I love
he's
you,
my
Andy.
first. He's my favorite.
To Andy.
All
All
right,
right.
Mike. Good luck. Minnie Mouse is available, by the way.
All right, I know my first pick. It's a newer. Like, this is not an actual classic cartoon, but I'm going. I think his name is. It's funny. I think the name is Poe, but Kung Fu Panda will be my pick. The Kung Fu Panda movies are fantastic. Jack Black is outrageously funny in those. And now I don't have Darkwing Duck. Gosh, dang it, man.
You guys have really shamed the idea of drafting a classic character, which
No, there's plenty of really good. Like, I have a.
there are so many good ones.
Look, I took
Yes.
Darkwing, but you can have Donald. Nobody wants Donald Duck. The only thing Donald Duck is good for is now the verb of Donald Ducking when you have a shirt and no pants on. That's literally the best thing Donald Duck has brought into this world.
All right. And then I will. Oh my gosh. This is.
I love this.
All right.
This is bringing me great joy.
I will
This is where
take-
he drafts Raphael.
He goes all 4 Ninja Turtles. Yeah, exactly.
I will take my favorite classic Warner Brothers character. I will take Wile E. Coyote.
Okay.
Ooh, that is an Andy pick. I love it. I'm not the only one tilt picking now. Oh, this is great.
That's not a chill pick. He's very high up on my list.
Okay.
Those the Coyote and Roadrunner. That
Yeah,
were
they're-
that was the only Warner Brothers cartoons
but
I actually
wouldn't
liked.
you? Shouldn't you have taken the Roadrunner over
I
Wiley?
I thought about
No,
going.
because the Roadrunner doesn't do anything. He just
Other than he win.
Oh yeah, he win, but he runs in. Meanwhile, Wile E. Coyote's the entire. He's the star.
Well, now
He's
I'm not
the
going to be able to take
loser.
Roadrunner after you bodied him.
No, Roadrunner's way better than the Coyote. Yeah, you want a winner or a loser? All right. So it's to me.
Yep.
So what? As you think, Jason, Mike, you have. What do you have right now?
I have Michelangelo, Kung Fu Panda, and Wile E. Coyote.
All right. I am going to take my favorite of this list, just one that I loved. I always loved this character. It's pretty docile and but
Oh
but
no.
Abu,
no.
no. I love Abu. I love monkeys. Monkeys
Oh, that's a great
are my
pick.
favorite.
Yeah, yeah,
and
Abu's a good
Aladdin
one.
is probably my favorite classic Disney cartoon. And Abu, there's great, Iago and the blanking on the tiger's name. Raja. Those are great, but Abu is the clear best animal in that movie, so I'll take Abu.
It's a good pick.
Okay.
It's a good pick.
So you have Mickey Mouse and Abu, just to be clear,
Mickey Mouse and Abu and Darkwing Duck.
and Darkwing.
He does have
Duck.
Darkwing. That's a powerful pick.
So do I have? I'm back on the clock.
Yep. Your final two picks.
My final 2 picks. Okay. Well, I'm going to go probably the most opposite directions that you could go from 2 characters. I'm going to take Brian Griffin.
Dude, you got to be freaking kidding me.
You thought it was going to sneak back to you?
I don't even know who that is.
That was my
Family Guy.
closing pick.
Family Guy.
That was my closing pick.
No,
What?
it's not.
You do not know. Come on.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's the name of the dog. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Brian Griffin.
Oh, good for you, Andy.
But don't worry, Mike. I will go ahead and ruin my draft because I am choosing from a place of actually adoring this character growing up. And I think it's iconic, and I'll get bodied completely. But I'm going to take Winnie the Pooh to close it out.
Oh no, Pooh's great.
Whimsical, fantastical.
Winnie
if
the
I could
Pooh-
live in that world where
It's-
all he
it's
worries
not the
about
world,
is
like-
eating honey, that'd be all right.
Winnie the Pooh is low key hilarious. Like the new Pooh movies, like, he's really really understated and very very funny to me.
He probably
I
wouldn't
put
hang
the
out with
emphasis
Brian
on-
Griffin.
I would put the emphasis on low key. Really low key funny. Super, super low key.
I almost took Eeyore.
Winnie the Pooh is not
'Cause that
I
fits
fell
my
down the stairs.
mindset.
Jason Moore funny.
Okay.
But I'm done.
It's great.
The Winnie the
I'm
Pooh
done.
universe and the Charlie Brown universe, they are as anti-Jason Moore as it gets.
Oh my gosh, I love both of those universes so much.
Yeah. Those are we're living in.
They make
different
you
worlds here.
smile. They make you just feel like a kid.
They make me sleep. That's what they make me
Smaleep?
do. Yeah. Put me to night.
Okay.
And that's the thing is like when I was a kid, those things
as opposed
put
to
me
Mickey
sleep.
Mouse, which really got you going.
Look, that was a tilt pick.
He
Okay.
gets the heart pumping.
That was
Mickey
a.
Mouse.
I love
Honestly-
it when your tilt pick that you take for votes comes back to bite you instantaneously.
I
Yeah,
hate
Fortnite.
I
where
hate-
you basically hate yourself at the
I
end of it.
hate that pick. And honestly, now that we're past the Ninja Turtles, there's a lot of picks that I actually would prefer. There's two that I would like here.
There's one that is you that I'm surprised you haven't taken. But we'll
no,
get
we're
to
not
that.
doing live action. Free Willy unavailable.
No,
Oh, man.
no, that's not it.
Honestly, Winnie the Pooh's pretty close, man. He's not wearing pants. He's eating a lot of sweets, gaining some lbs. I feel like
Shirt
Yeah.
never quite fits.
yeah.
there's
Pooh
there's
Bear.
a certain animal that likes
Cuddly.
lasagna that I thought you might take.
Oh,
He
can't
sucks.
stand Garfield.
He sucks.
My son Isaac, my youngest,
But
for
you love
some-
lasagna.
I don't know where he found it. I don't-
Is it the new one?
all-
it's
all
so
of them.
bad.
Yeah.
He
The
likes
new
the
one
old
is
movie.
rough,
He
man.
likes the new one. He comes in and searches for Garfield specifically and loves watching Garfield. And
My
I
kids
can't-
love
My daughter
the new
loves it
show,
too,
the new
yeah.
series.
She loves
my
Odie,
kids like
Odie
it.
too, but
All right, there's a couple here that I really like. I think so. The one that I expected to draft, I think I've drafted him before in maybe it was a battle royale draft. So I feel like I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna go. Does Pikachu count?
No.
No.
Ooh.
it's not an animal. Yeah, I thought about that one earlier, but I
Okay.
was like, yeah, that doesn't count because it's not an animal.
All right. Okay, that's fair. It's not really an animal. I mean, a
No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is no longer.
If you
An
start to
animal
open it up
was
to
a
like
turtle.
mystical creatures and monsters and stuff like that, then that's just a whole nother world.
Yeah.
All right,
Jason,
okay.
for the next time there's a heated debate, I would have allowed it. Just want to let you know that, good
Okay.
friend.
Yeah, just a little little breadcrumb. All right, I'm gonna
Andy
take-
shut it down. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty solid shutdown. Okay, I'm going to then take the character that I think I've drafted before, but this is awesome. I get a dragon. I love the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I'm taking Toothless.
Didn't we just?
It's not an animal.
A dragon is an animal.
No, it's not. It's a mystical creature. You just pivoted from one mystical creature to another.
I would like to take Bigfoot,
There are
please.
approximately 200 actual cartoon animals to choose from, and you've chosen two that aren't. I will
But a
take.
dragon
I'll take
is-
Wally. I'm gonna take Wally, the robot.
Seriously, won't let me have a
I mean,
dragon. as an
Al can
animal?
weigh in. I mean,
I would allow it. To me, a dragon falls into that fictional cartoon animal.
Did anyone draft Nessie?
And also, I think you were going for mythical creature, not mystical creature.
whatever.
Yeah, boom.
It's all the
Get
same.
bodied. All right,
Thanks,
I'm
Al. I was
switching
on your
again.
team
I'm
like
just
all
showing
day, but
all
now
my
I'm
great
off.
picks.
Are
Showing
you
all
going
my
Yogi
great
Bear,
picks.
Al? You can go Yogi. That's right
right.
up your alley. Bullwinkle.
Oh, hey, take it easy. Rocky and Bullwinkle's a good show.
I am going to take Stitch. No, I'm just kidding. That's another. That's an alien. All right, give me Dory. Because with Dory, I get
Okay.
Baby Dory. I get
All right.
a funny character, a well-known character, and I love the Nemo movies.
Isn't it
So I'll
always
take-
hard to choose from the main character to the more interesting character on any of these? You brought up Wile E. Coyote to Roadrunner, and those were Roadrunner cartoons. Or you can go like Winnie the Pooh, or like some people might go Tigger,
Tigger would have been
or
mine for sure.
Dory, or Nemo.
Contrarian Mike has no problem with that whatsoever.
No, you love it. You, in fact, you probably can't take a main character.
I don't like me taking Michelangelo. It's a little bit painful.
I imagined. Yeah,
'cause he's the
you're more of
main
a
guy.
Raph. You are Raph.
You're
You
darn
are 100% Raphael.
Okay, so I have the last pick to close it out. Still tilted over Brian from Family Guy. Not-
just take a regular human. Al will allow it, so it's fine. Don't even bother. Take anything you want.
I'll take Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, wait. Does that mean I can take like Sonic?
I
did
wondered
have a
about
He's
that.
a hedgehog. You can take Sonic 100%.
yeah, but I'm not going to take Sonic the
He's on my
Hedgehog.
list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sonic's on my list for sure.
I am going to take.
Cartoon hedgehog.
Yeah, no, you are correct. I will take.
No
I
one.
No. I it's you'll
We've
understand.
taken all the ones he really, really wanted to come back to him.
Nice.
No, I'm going to take Baloo.
Yeah.
I will take Baloo the bear, a
Yeah.
fantastic character. And the reason why I'm hemming and hawing is because, I mean, this is a straight up pull move, but the character that I wanted to take, he has no name value whatsoever. Even though
Baloo is not a vote getter, man. I mean, Baloo is a name that's recognizable, but I don't think this is one of.
But people know who Baloo is, and no, I want Baloo. He's great. He's on my list, but he's not as funny as Steve from. Like, if I say the name Steve, Jason, do you know who I'm talking about? If I say Steve,
yeah, you are talking about Michael Keaton from Multiplicity, which was a fantastic character.
no, Steve from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah,
But I
No,
did
I
not
don't, I
remember
don't
the
know who it is.
yeah. See, that's what I mean. But have you seen the Meatballs?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, Andy, but
I
Steve the
kinda-
monkey.
I
And
like
all he
to-
can say is Steve.
Oh yeah, duh.
Steve!
I'm a big fan of the mayor. That's my comp right now. As I'm trying to be a big deal and put on the LBs.
from
Yes.
Cloudy with Meatballs.
Yeah. All right. Here's some. All right. So who are our final lists here? And then I want to get into
Al
some
can read
names
them.
we didn't get to, unless we want to go another round.
All right, Mike has Michelangelo, Kung Fu Panda, Wile E. Coyote, and Baloo. Jason has Mickey Mouse, Darkwing Duck, Abu, and Dory. Andy has Goofy, Snoopy, Brian Griffin, and Winnie the Pooh.
I'm also okay if we want to just swap this to be a cartoon animal battle royale, because my team will win that as well.
'Cause
The
you
Kung
got
Fu Panda and the Ninja Turtle. You have a Kung
I
Fu
will
Panda
get
Ninja.
smashed. I will get smashed. Snoopy and Winnie the Pooh would be dead on arrival.
I better
Well,
have the magic version of Mickey. Here's
my
some
gosh.
names
All right, yeah, give me
that-
some names, Jay.
that I was close to taking. Donkey from Shrek.
I have that.
oh,
Yeah.
he's great. Yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
Pink
Sven.
Panther.
Sven from the
Ooh,
Frozen
Sven.
series. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Here's one of my absolute favorites all time, but I don't know how popular this movie was.
No Mickey Mouse, but
But Heimlich from A Bug's Life, the fat caterpillar.
Oh, is that the caterpillar?
Yeah, he's
I'm a
so-
beautiful butterfly.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's great, and because of my background today, I almost went Santa's Little Helper. Get them Simpsons votes.
Oh, nice. The remainders of my list, I had Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, so-
Although choosing which one
Oh,
of
yeah, that
of
would've been
duo,
tough.
that's very tough. Doug from Up, the dog.
oh yeah,
Scooby-Doo, but he's fine.
yeah. Where are you?
Thank you. And I do have Simba here on my list, but
Oh gosh, how was Simba not on my? I talked about that.
Pumbaa,
Yeah, I know. Do you want to take Simba, Pumbaa, Simone,
Scar,
Mufasa?
did you say Simone?
I did say Simone. That's right.
Raven
You heard it here.
Simone.
She is a bird, apparently.
Yeah. All right. You guys covered most of them, unless you were going to go real classics, like you said, Donald or Bugs, or could have gone Dumbo.
Yeah. No.
I was never,
Not-
never really-
honestly, too big. a use.
Roadrunner, Tasmanian Devil. That would have been good.
I do like him. I did
Yeah.
like him when I was young.
All right.
What did we learn today?
I learned that there are multiple meanings of the word gorillas.
Multiple meanings of the word gorillas. I
Yeah.
learned that I am defenseless against ants. There is no chance that I would be able to live if they wanted to kill me.
And
Fair enough.
I learned recently that Jason's not quite sure what an animal is, a real animal is versus a made-up mythical animal.
I realize dragons aren't real, but it's still an animal. In the movie, it's pet. They're pets. They're domesticated animals.
Domesticated? A lot of
They are.
dragons are domesticated.
In that movie,
In that
they
movie,
are.
yeah, they are domesticated dragons. They're riding them around on. They got a saddle.
Eventually, once they earn their actual affection and loyalty,
Yeah.
and they're not subservient. That was the big lesson we learned about dragons in those movies. Very important. You can support the show at SpitballersPod.com. Become a Spitwad. Thanks for joining us today. Episode 100 coming up.
Oh, man, stay tuned. It's going to be
goodness.
fantastic. Thank you for supporting the show, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.